Fam, I'm never taking my niggas to court. And the first thing you say is, if y'all try to start a podcast, I'm suing the pants off of y'all. Who are you, my nigga?
At that point,
who did you just turn into? Everything that we stood for on this podcast all these years about, you know, corporate fucking over the creatives and this, that. Like, I've seen Joe do fucked up shit in business and music to companies and labels, but I don't care about that because they owe us anyway, so fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
Never in a million years did I think you would be sitting somewhere talking crazy about me. Not a nigga like me, a nigga that ain't been nothing but stand up with you. As long as you know me, I never did no foul shit to Joe. Never. In fact, I've gotten Joe out of situations where it could have been bad for him. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like really bad for him.
I can see having a different lens.
I frontlined that. Me. When that shit happened with Consequence, my man popped on Cons. No disrespect to Cons. But that was my homie. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That was my homie that frontlined that. Mm-hmm. He called, yo, nigga, Cons swung on me. Yo, niggas got to come down here. Say no more. But now you trying to play it like I was some flunky nigga sleeping on the couch, like you found me on some corner and gave a nigga a roof over you. Who you fuck you think you talking to, nigga? And I don't mean to present this type of energy, man, but that shit, niggas ain't going to assassinate Mal's character. My shit been A1. Any nigga that know me, that had dealings with me, my shit is A1. So don't ever sit nowhere on no fucking platform and try to make it seem like you came and saved me from the streets or you scooped me up off a corner and I was in front of 7-Eleven stinking and shit. We not doing that. We not doing that. That's not happening. I don't like doing this shit. Mal's real cool. I don't even put this type of energy out there. But when niggas try to defamate my character, I don't play with that. You could steal from me. You could take money from me. You could do whatever you want. But one thing you not going to do is defamate my character and try to put me out here to the people like I'm some nut ass nigga. We not doing that. That's not fuck this podcast, fuck this money, fuck all of this shit. You're not going to defamate my character, my nigga. I've been too solid of a nigga for you to ever sit somewhere and try to defamate my character. We not doing that. When you said that fuck shit you said to me at Park's crib, talking about you, this is none of your business. I knew what it was then. And I told you that, Rory. I said, yo, Rory, it's over. And he was like, what you talking about? I said, fam, this nigga just told me this podcast is none of my business. Looked me in my eyes and said, it's none of my business. That for me said everything. You finally just said it, but you been feeling like that, nigga. You been moving like that. You just finally said it.
We're naive and thinking friends.
Because I'm thinking you my man.
There was cues to it.
It's plenty of times we traveling, we touring. I'm like, yo, fam, how am I getting the same payout when we sell 1,500 seats and we sell 2,000 seats? You think I'm stupid? How am I still getting the same money for that? That don't even add up. It don't even make sense. But what we did, that's the homie. We'll fix it. We'll figure it out. Let's just keep it moving. Let's just keep growing the show. Cool. But enough is enough, fam. Like, I'm not the smartest nigga in the room, but I'm not the dumbest nigga either.
I'm the network. I'm not asking the people that work for the company to give up their check for the people that work for the company. If you was gonna do that, you should have been doing that. Should have been doing that. Now's not the time. Now's not the time, and that's not your place. It's my responsibility to make sure everybody gets paid here, including you gentlemen. It's not y'all's responsibility to relinquish a check for people that are receiving a check. It doesn't work like that. Sorry. Those parts get a raise now. Everybody gets a raise now. Everybody gets a raise. Come on, what else y'all got? Come on, where are the living room attorneys? That's nasty. Imagine trying to sell the franchise of the place. They say they don't work for you. Let's address it. Let's get to that right there, because I think that's a real big problem in the ego and the pride and the male emotions and the male communication and shit like that. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. No, I'm not back on any pills. That's a hurtful thing to say to someone that has struggled with a pill addiction. Now, let's talk about that. they don't work for you. This is the wording in the contract. This is the wording in the contract, and they'll have to go speak to their attorneys about this. Or no, this is not the wording in the contract, because you're not going to catch me like that, where you're suing me because I'm divulging personal information. This is what the contract says. It doesn't say that they are profit participants of the podcast. These are facts, living room lawyers. It doesn't say that they're profit participants of the podcast. And I think that's what they may have thought. I don't know. But watching their video, I still don't think they know what the contract says. But it says something to the effect of they make money off of my podcast earnings net. That's very different. It's very different. It's a very different statement, sentiment. It may be tough for some people to understand, but those words are very, very different. The end. It's not for me to explain further. If there's any issues, get with people that you trust, not your friend. Oh, it's not difficult to understand? I thought it was difficult to understand. You make a percentage of what I net from this work operation. And after the Spotify deal, I quickly learned that I was all wrong. I ain't never had no money, so I was all wrong in what it cost to run a business. I was wrong. It was bad. It was bad, y'all. It was costing me a lot more. It was expensive. It was expensive. So I went and I took my money from everywhere and I ran the business. My Revolt money, my pull-up money, my Love and Hip Hop money, YouTube money, any money. Any money I had, I came back and put it all in the business. Because if I didn't do that, niggas might be making $30,000 and $40,000 based on a contract. That ain't the friendly thing to do. Watch your niggas make 40, and that's nasty. So I never honored it. I never looked at it. I always just went above and beyond. And that's that. But I don't think they knew that. And that's where we stand in the fight. That's why the therapist said, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe she's right. They don't know that I'm going above and beyond. They don't know I'm taking money from all over the place to make sure everybody's okay. They don't know. They don't know. They're right. They don't know. But you can't look up twice a year and expect to know. That's really just the bottom line. And that's where the fight came from. The podcast don't have a deal anywhere. There's no deal. That's what I said to these brothers privately. There's no deal. There is no deal. We don't have a deal. We left Spotify. There is no deal. They could be in my pockets. It's clear. It's clear. We can talk. There is no deal. That's not a secret. There's no deal. That's it. $400,000 mistake just goes to all of the things that they thought was wrong with accounting that wasn't wrong. The $400,000 mistake that's how Spotify paid out 1 year. They gave you an advance up front or a part of the money up front. And as the business owner, you have to prorate it through the year or through the 2 years. And that's what happened. And they got the accounting and saw this big $400,000 number and said, what's this? What's this? You lying, you stealing, how do you make this? I said, fam, we can't do this. We can't do this if y'all don't understand what this says. We can't do it. But you got a Patreon deal. Yeah. Me. Y'all still rich, you bugging. Yeah, that's what I was saying. And that's where I went wrong when you're working with friends. I was thinking, all right, I see what's going on. As long as everybody has a way to be a millionaire or a path to be a millionaire. That's what the fight is for with these companies. Just a path to be able to share in the benefits of what you built. You are not making sense. No, you just stupid, nigga. This makes all the sense in the world. It's very simple. It's not tough to understand. You never talk to them like that. I've had 90 million talks with these gentlemen like this. They just don't like it. They don't like it, but they won't step to the lawyer that negotiated it, that is still representing them both. They rather just attack me. But I'll take it. I love those guys. Fuck it. All relationships don't last. But everybody got to eat. You said, no, it isn't. You drag them to the deaths publicly and say you love them. Well, yeah. Yeah, I went through something. I had a tough day. Sorry. I've been making my mistakes publicly since I was 20 years old. Sorry that you just got here. You just got to the internet to figure out how this works. Sometimes you make a mistake publicly. Ooh, whoop-de-doo, cancel me. Fumble up the bag. Validate your own self, Joe. You don't need others. Nobody else validates my feelings. It's just important for all the living room lawyers to know how this works, because some of you out there could use some of this as a teachable moment. That's it. Any nigga that has to rob their friend to buy a Miri hats is a nasty nigga, man. It's disgusting. Yes, I am too old for this, which is why this is the best outcome. Do I wish this could have been handled better and behind the scenes? 100% I do. Do I wish that they didn't just view everything like some type of evil action was taking place? I did. You do a lot of lying and covering your true feelings, because this ain't about feelings. It's about business. Nobody's here for feelings. I got a lot of feelings. Nobody cares. So what? They don't matter. The business has to run still. I know that makes me seem like a meanie. So do you think they accused you of stealing? No, maybe not. Maybe they didn't accuse me of stealing. They just had a problem with the accounting on the way a multi-million-dollar business is being ran, which says that you think you are entitled to more. And maybe you are. And maybe that's where the fight is. They think they're entitled to more. I don't really see it. It's harsh. It's tough. I know. But I mean, the contract was only for another year. I mean, if they both said they wasn't going to re-sign it, then this shit was over in another year anyway. A multi-million-dollar business cannot be reflected on an Excel. Okay, but what if there is no business? Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. What if there's no business at all? What if there is no deal? What if you're not signed? What if there's no audio deal, no video deal, there's no ad, no integration? What if there's nothing? And this is why it's almost pointless to have these conversations on the internet. So I'm going to finish, because you wanted to put them on salary. Yeah, that's how it works. If all you want to do is come in and talk, then you make a salary. Now, granted, it could be a really high salary, but if you have a problem with sitting behind expenses, then you should get a salary. They got a percentage. You said it last pod. Yes, they have a percentage of Joe's net from the pod. Yes, they do. That is true. Call a lawyer and figure out what it means if you played yourself as a person. They've been saying that for 20 years. Everything looks gorgeous out right now. All right, I'm getting off. Did you give up the Spotify deal with another deal in place? Explain Royce and Crook. On the surface, this pod's none of your business. Sounds harsh, but I get what you're saying. You was making up numbers then. Oh, my God. Shut up. What we're not going to do is come on here and just start spilling the numbers for shit. Grab a calculator, grab your contract, do math. It's very simple. You honestly should only have a guest host. Thank you, Dree. We're going to look into all of that. We're going to look into guest hosts. We're going to look into rotating hosts. We're going to look into no hosts. We're just going to look into things. This is the time to experiment, try different things, and embrace whatever the universe is doing. This is going to ruin your day, King. No, it's not. Oh, Jesus. I don't want to say that and seem like I'm gaslighting or I'm dismissive. It's not going to ruin the day. All of y'all be smooth, y'all be easy. I'm going to even leave this video up for a little while. I won't just delete it so y'all could look at it. Pray for everybody involved. Nah, you were wrong, Joe. Mixie Boys with a dub. I know. Who cares? Who cares? Unsub, unfollow. Do what you got to do. Enjoy yourself.